What's going on, guys? We told you something new was coming, and thanks to the mad scientists down there in the Pacific Northwest, aka PG, aka RC Amigos, aka Hattie McHatterson, we are on video. What's going on? We get to see some ugly mugs.
Hey, this is pretty cool. Oh, you know what? I already forgot one thing. I was supposed to do, I don't know. Here, you know what? Actually, why don't I see if I can sign into the YouTube just so I can see a live feed. I know there's a way of doing that. Actually, there's probably I have 4 screens in front of me, so... oh, it says
What's up,
click
Jody
here.
LaForge?
It says click here anytime to see your post to YouTube. Oh, hey, look at that.
What's up, Commander Data?
Whoa! We're live!
Oh, man. I just got really nervous. Frozen. I'm frozen.
That
I don't
is
know how to
awesome.
react.
Okay, so now I can see it. So now what I gotta do is I've got to play this little intro here. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. But I don't think it's playing on the actual YouTube Live. We'll see. Unless there's a little bit out there. Looks like there's a little bit of a lag there. And there it is. Awesome. So let's see. Let's see. I'm watching the lag on my other YouTube screen here. And I'm not sure if it... Oh! Yeah, buddy. It played. Sweet.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So it's that little splash screen of the your logo up there. So that should be pretty cool.
Yeah, Pablo's been busy, guys. If you're watching right now, he's like I said, no joke, Commander Data over there in the Pacific Northwest. Some awesome live video through YouTube. He's done a whole bunch of animations, man. Were you up all night last night doing that, or
pretty much
yesterday? Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice, buddy.
That's the life of a creative type person, I guess, for my vein, anyways. I'm up like all hours of the day doing all kinds of stuff, and so yeah, last night, every time I could sneak it in on the iPad, I'd sit there and I'd do my what's it called, my little edits here and there on the graphics, and then last night I was rendering a lot of the animations and whatnot. So there's a few things. Oh yeah, there's a couple of things that I don't know where they went. They didn't show up. I actually have names that go up on the screen now.
Oh, key lines.
Yeah, let's see.
Watch out CNN.
I know. That's not the one I want to see. Let's see. There's this one. It says animated overlay. Oh, baby. So I got one here. And then let me get this other one. I wish you could see this live, man.
I wish I could too, man. It's all good. I'll take your word for it. As long as everybody else is seeing it, that's what matters. So.
Right. Hold on.
All good.
So, and this will be just, one of those things where we'll slowly get it figured out so I can see how they stay. Oh, yeah. Cool, man. So now we've got our names flashing up on the screen with a cool animation and our logos. Watch out.
Package it, send it to NASA, buddy. They'll use it somehow.
Yeah.
Canadian Space Agency, not so much. We just make arms.
Yeah.
We just make space arms. That's all we do. That right there. Ooh.
Hey, man, I like your shirt, by the way.
Back. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys can see that. A little bit of Reefs action there, courtesy of the man down in Ontario, California, as I like to refer to him. I kind of like yours too, although the M's should have a little blue jay. That would be more better. More. I've got I don't know if you saw in the background. I got to still work on this, guys, but this is my little Dairy Queen Sunday Cup Blue Jay hat that I use for parts. I had to represent, man. I'll leave it back there.
Well, I think me and you can hear it, but I don't know if we can see it. But I think I lost video. It's been on video for like the last hour, and now it's like it's decided to not do what I want it to anymore.
It's okay.
So here, let's try this. I'm running my. I'm cheating on everything here. I'm running my. It's funny. So like all these other guys have really cool. What's it called? Like SLRs and all that.
Yeah,
and I cheated the system and I ran my. I guess you know what? I can port this over, and throw you on that, and now we'll have. So now I have a backup video, and this video isn't as pretty as the other video, but I was running my iPhone as my video overlay here, so that was cool.
Awesome. I'm like,
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, man, all good. Hey, like we said, man, we've been teasing this a bit and saying, hey, this is going to be a little trial and error, and that's all good, man. So I'm sure people are just ecstatic to see two like beauty queens as ourselves. So
right on. So
it's
what's
feeling
new?
a little bit like the Pacific. It's feeling like the Pacific Northwest up here, man. It's cool. It's a little rainy. Anyways, it's all good. Yeah, not much, man. Just trying to set this up a little bit. I know you've got to. People will see it eventually. Your setup's rad, man. But that's all I've been up to, man. I'm trying to keep up with you. Like that's ever since we've met. All I'm trying to do is keep up. That's it. That's it.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Second is the first loser, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you got that road car behind you. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the body is already substantially damaged, but that's not because of the painter. That's because of the driver.
Yeah.
But I actually broke the front right steering block. Slammed it pretty hard. It's amazing how much punishment they can take, though, because I mean, I'm still figuring out the ins and outs of that high traction carpet, and it took a pretty hard slam, and it takes a lot of beating. So a lot of fun, though, man, as you saw in some of the videos.
Oh yeah, that looks like a blast. Looks like so much fun.
Yeah,
I'm starting to.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Finish yours.
No, I was just gonna say I also made a mistake. Well, it wasn't a mistake. It was very on purpose, and I ordered a TT01, which is the Tamiya.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Chassis car.
I thought I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah, I found it built really good shape, rarely used. The body is like vintage, and I may not use the body because it's so cool. But we have that class now at the track, so I'll have two on roads I can run. That'll be more, I think, my level, and probably where I should have started because it's stock, like 540, brushed. And the racing's pretty good because it's just a bunch of guys running the exact same setup with the exception of your gearing. So,
right on.
Yeah, man. Just had to. That's my confessional.
Right on.
What's going on with you, man?
I've just kind of the same as you. Just been kind of trying to keep caught up and all that kind of stuff. And now I got my nice video going. Trying just to stay on top of stuff. I've got a lot of builds that I'm just dying to try to finish. Well, I shouldn't say finish. So that Nova wagon that I'm trying to do, I've got to sit down. It's really hard for me sometimes in RC to sit down and just crank on these super detailed projects. A lot of the times what I'll do is it'll take me a long time because I'll start acquiring all the little pieces here and there, and it's cool because then you can kind of slowly see it, but the big parts of it, I have a hard time. I literally have to tell my family, look, I am going to the shop from 5 a.m. till noon, don't bother me. I need to get this done because if I don't get it done, it's killing me. So I've got to figure out a way that I can get the 3D print started. I did a test print and it failed. And dude, it's crazy. So I wonder sometimes how many softwares I've actually learned or how many softwares I've actually played with. Because I'm always looking for new software, and I always, go back to my Adobe Suite or Rhino, that kind of stuff. And now it's okay, I need a new software that can slice this type of file and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm trying to figure that out because when you 3D print a body, it's not as easy as it looks. I guess there's a lot of like, it's kind of like mold making. Like everyone's like, oh, you could cast and make a mold and all that kind of stuff, but that's not really as easy as it looks because you got to figure out all the overhang and all how to piece things together, all that kind of stuff. So I got to spend a few hours on that and just like get the model cut apart the way I want it, and then start to actually do that.
Nice.
But there's that, and then I think I've got a new project that I want to do on top of it. So I was talking to Scale Metal Supply and to Andre, and I think what I'm going to do. So you know how I've been talking about getting into drag racing?
Yeah, I knew that's where this was going.
I think so. Are you familiar with like pro stock drag cars? They're like the doors actually open and they're like they're really, really cool cars. So I'm actually thinking about going with a total custom frame rail and tube chassis mini drag car.
Wow.
And so that...
You mentioned something about the tube chassis last time, yeah.
Yeah, and now I think I got an idea of how I want to do it. And so it's just a matter of like... There's two ways really. There's a body that I really want for it, like I really, really want for it. And I don't know if that's going to be the body that I'm going to choose. Or if I'm going to just make like a full-on chassis dragster that looks cool as a chassis and just run it that way. So it's kind of a toss-up here and there.
So the intent is to race it, though, right? This isn't something that you'd build. And the only reason I asked that, like, to sit up on the shelf, because of the opening doors and everything, that's just a part of that class, right? Like, guys still race those, obviously.
Yeah, and I mean, this wouldn't be... I mean, the open door part isn't necessarily important to the RC part for me.
Right.
But I think, it'll be a little bit more along the lines of how do I get this to work the way I want it to. So
nice.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
That's sick, man.
We'll see how it goes.
Hey, man, I hear you. It's funny, right? Like you got one thing going, something else tweaks your fancy. I know I've been talking about crawling for so long. I haven't taken the plunge, and I do something else. And yeah, man, it's all good. I think it's finally we'll finish some of these things and we'll just play, or we won't.
Right. Right.
Or we won't. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good.
No, I mean, so are you still close to getting a crawler now, or what's your take?
I'm thinking honestly. I think there's a lot of factors for why I haven't yet. It was primarily to get my son going on it and have something we can do together.
Did he kind of lose the steam?
What's that?
Did he lose the steam a little bit?
And I think it's only because school's back in. His hockey season's starting.
Yeah.
We're starting to get more active, and hopefully that stuff sticks with all the other nonsense going on. But if it doesn't, then maybe that's my back pocket, right? So it's something that we can do if things kind of start to fall back.
Sure.
I think I'm just kind of chilling on it for a bit. It's definitely going to happen because I think into it, and I know I would for sure. So
sure.
Yeah, I think it's just pacing on that with his other stuff. So
I was thinking about that too. Maybe it's one of those things where, because your weather, correct me if I'm wrong, your weather is like ours where it's kind of wet over the winter time. We get snow, but we don't where we're at. We get snow once or twice a year, and sometimes it'll stick around for a week or two. But most of the times it's like one and done, maybe 2 days and it's out, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
On the other side of the mountains, it stays around till February. But what I'm almost wondering if you might have a better bet getting a mini crawler now, and if playing with that
indoors, yeah.
Because if
maybe our weather,
I was gonna say if you could set up a little great stuff foam course, I'll have to. It's funny because we made one, and I haven't done any real video of it, and because it's summer hit and we were outside playing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I feel like that's going to be the next thing for us is playing inside with that kind of a thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, our weather here is we get tons of snow, and we get tons of cold, so it gets really deep winter.
Yeah.
And it's like caribou starts walking past the front window. Yeah. We get penguins making little
right
luge courses. No, but it gets cold, man. Even though Toronto's like southern tip of Canada, it's still friggin' cold up here, buddy.
Well, see, and that's what I was wondering when you said something about winterizing your pool. I was like, but why? You're a hockey player.
Turn it into a rink.
Yeah, why not? A little slap shot area.
We've almost done it because save for the coping, which is the inside part of the pool.
Sure.
If that gets cracked, you're in big trouble. So save for a puck going off that or a skate slicing something.
Oh yeah.
This is a crazy Canuck talking. Like we've thought of that, so it would be amazing. So maybe one day we'll see. The world keeps going towards the zombie apocalypse. Maybe we'll just do it.
Oh, dude! The other day I didn't want to freak out my kids, but I wanted to reference The Walking Dead and be like, "We all have it."
Whisper it like the doctor. In the early episodes.
Yeah.
Right? When he risked to risk.
Yep.
Rick's face was just like.
I know. We all have it. Newsflash.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, man! I always joke up here with my wife. I'll be like, "Honey, gonna go to Home Depot and get some planks. So when we have to board the windows up, we have them. We're ready to go."
Yeah.
She's like, for what? I go the zombies when they come. We got to fortify.
Yeah.
Fortify. But I have to make sure my kids are around. My son's still look at me and go, "What are you talking about?" Because everything else has happened. Why not? Right? Like he's in his mind, he's like, "Okay, that could be real."
Right.
So,
that's too funny.
Hell, man, in my mind, that could be real.
I know. It's kind of creepy.
Nah, buddy. Nah,
but
that's nuts.
That's
yeah. So I'm back. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, man, I was just gonna say I had the short course out on the track the other day too. See if I can take it here without destroying the backdrop. But so I almost gave up on this thing. So I love the build. There's not a lot of guys running it at the track right now. I just put in a gear diff, which is great because you need that on the carpet. Just because the ball is the ball is geared for loose dirt, and the carpet is not that. But I actually posted it to Facebook Marketplace, and I was going to sell it. Yeah.
Why?
And I shook my... Well, all right. You know how my day yesterday was, and we're not going to get into it. But I think it was partially me just shaking my head going, I don't know. And then I kind of came out of it late last night, ripped it down, and I thought, I can't give up on this thing. It's too sexy, and it'll be too much fun. I just got to get it tuned in. And as fate would have it, 3 guys reached out to me from the track going, "Why are you selling your short course?" And I'm like, well, no one runs it. We don't really have enough guys for a class. And they're like, "We just ordered." Like 3 of them just ordered trucks. So save. There's a save. So hopefully, because I love it, man. It's funny when you race this and then you go touring car. This is like driving a tractor around the track. Because the wide stance, the big wheels, and but it's amazing because it's so much easier. Because that thing is so responsive and so twitchy, right?
So is that easier? Meaning it's a little bit more forgiving, as in it just slides around a little bit better, or what? No, I mean it doesn't slide around. I just mean it doesn't. It feels like it has some body roll to it versus the.
I think it's. Yeah, I think there's more cushiony feel. For me, when you're driving that and it's got that cushiony feel, and it's bigger, the stance is wider, I can see how it's going to react almost. I can see how the body is rolling.
That makes a lot of sense.
With this thing, you make a move and it reacts, and you don't have. And if you correct it, then you start doing this.
Really?
Like it's so quick, right? So, but once you get used to this thing, like I've dialed down my like all my endpoints and my dual rate and to make it a little, so I've numbed it out, the experience.
Okay.
I was talking to guys in the track and they're like, until you get really comfortable, numb it out, numb down all your steering and everything. So it almost gives you
a delay.
It gives you exactly. So when I tweak the corner, it doesn't go right away. So if I tweak early, I'm not going to slam into a bend. But
right.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. I mean, I can't wait for you guys to get out onto that track. Hopefully next year now, maybe, or indoor if you guys get there, because I want to hear your thoughts on the difference in surfaces, because you've got the dirt track in the backyard, and even though it's not like, a massive track, you have much more of a feel for that surface.
Right.
So I'd love to hear what you think when you get out there, man.
Well, we were also looking at possibly, there's a track, I think I mentioned this before, there's a track about an hour and a half away, maybe 2 hours away. That's an indoor dirt track, and it's, packed down clay. I'd like to get out on there. We almost went yesterday, but I was kind of like, it's a lot. The problem is when you're doing it with the kids, it's a long ways to go if they lose interest in that. You know what I mean? They're not going to lose interest, but I mean, it's going to be the kind of thing where it's like, oh, that was cool, 15 minutes into it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think I'll pass on that. But yeah, on the indoor stuff, they're just kind of waiting right now to figure out, if they can find a new spot and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that...
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. My wife was... she was like, why are you being so nice to me yesterday? What'd you buy? And I was like... what are you talking about? I didn't get anything. But I did make a little bit of an Amazon order. But nothing fancy.
What?
I bought a GT3, a FlySky GT3 controller.
Nice.
And they have... So I bought that because I am just absolutely tired of carting around so many controllers. Totally first world problem, but oh my gosh.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm holding my breath because that's why I have the GT5.
Yeah.
And I have 4 receivers for it. And
right.
My receivers are all my cars. I set up my profiles. I couldn't agree more, buddy.
Oh, dude.
I couldn't agree more. It's such a pain in the butt to carry around.
Well, dude, imagine... Okay, so let me paint this picture for you. So imagine us going to the racetrack where we are racing our slashes. So that's 3 controllers. Yep. And then we want to go and do our crawlers. That's another 3 controllers. And then if anyone says, hey, let's bring out a monster truck, or let's bring out a drift car, there's another controller or 2. So we're literally, taking that, what is that? 6 or 8 controllers maybe, perhaps, on the way out there. And for me, I mean, I'm over-exaggerating because I've got the GT5 also, so I've got all my rigs on that. And so I fixed my old GT3 that broke. I got all crazy with that, and I took it apart and fixed that, and I gave that to my son. So now my daughter's going to have a GT3. So she'll have her drift car, her slash, and her crawler on that. So
that's awesome.
Which should be,
that was kind of funny because that was kind of part of my rationale for throwing that up initially, I think. Now that I'm trying to dissect where my frame of mind was, I think partially it was about, I think I've got a few cars that I'm going to run and I can have enough fun with for now. Maybe just to fund some ancillary stuff, like a couple more receivers.
Whoa. Did you just call it ancillary?
Ancillary.
Wow. Is that a vegetable?
Is that the word of the day? Close. Ancillary. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah,
I lost myself, buddy.
Oh, hey, RC Voodoo, we've got our first comment on YouTube.
What's going on?
RC Voodoo. Comment? So, I just said, hey, what's up, guys?
Oh,
so
I was waiting for an ancillary comment.
Yeah. Yes, ancillary is the way we pronounce it down here. But
ancillary. No,
not Solari.
Oh, sorry. Now I'm making up words. Oh God, we just lost RC Voodoo. Just logged off.
Our one stream watcher.
Come back, man. Come back.
So, anyways, go back to your...
Yeah, no, like I was just thinking of, like maybe just building up the stockpile, building up parts, because I find now that I've got these and I'm racing, going to break things, just trying to build up that stockpile. Is that how you guys say it down there?
Yeah.
You don't say stockpile?
No. Yeah, no, that would be correct.
I love the video because now you can see when I'm being asked, and vice versa.
RC Voodoo just goes, I'm out.
He's like, what the hell?
I know.
I didn't know this was the Thesaurus podcast.
I know. A Canadian thesaurus. So,
which reminds me, man, you said you were going to throw some Canadian isms at me.
I know.
So I've been waiting.
I know. We haven't done that.
I know you're busy with other things.
Yeah, the whole graphics and trying to get this thing going,
The whole work thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Let's see. Oh, I put the wrong one up again. That's not the one that's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be... This one is your name that just popped up underneath you with your...
Sure.
With your
what's awesome
YouTube.
About this right now? You could tell me you're putting up anything you want. And you could put up a picture of a donkey with an arrow like that.
Yeah. I thought about doing funny things like that, but I was like, let me get my bearings first, and then we'll do that. So.
Not on the first show.
Yeah. So it'll be
awesome, buddy.
I'm itching for you to say, and on that note, we're gonna switch gears or change directions. That way, I can play our new little intro.
I did my change of direction in an earlier piece of this podcast. But we can do another one if you've got an animation you want to run.
I have an animation that would run nicely.
That's the one you showed me. Okay, Here we go.
Oh, hey, we got another watcher. We got another guy on Trail Critter
what
RC.
Up?
Hey.
What's up, man? Just in time for our change in direction, brought to you by Reefs RC. No matter what line you're on, whether you're flying, crawling, bashing, racing, get yourself a high-quality Reefs RC servo. Visit reefsrc.com today. Change of direction.
Oh, that was amazingly beautiful. The way that just flowed right now, you're going to see that later, and you're going to be like, oh, yes.
Covered up my...
It was more of one of these, like where you sprinkle the...
That's the Canada Arm. It does it in space, like you referenced earlier.
Yeah.
For all of our viewers
who
weren't there. Yes, you got to get here early, guys.
Yeah.
And then don't jump off when you hear things like ancillary. We don't want to scare you off.
Right.
That's how we roll, man. That's how we roll.
So I
got to ask you. Go ahead.
Well, okay, I was going to say, what do you... Come on!
You go. We practice this, man.
I know. Okay, so do you think... we'll see how this video stuff goes. And see how it goes. But I think, we could probably do it once a week, maybe.
I love it.
Maybe, I mean, the audio part, I can extract the audio and throw it to you so you can post it up on your... that's the other one that I forgot to do. I was going to do a bumper that had all the, like, iTunes,
Anchor,
all that kind of stuff. So, because I noticed you posted that the other day, and I actually go on iTunes only. For some reason, Anchor has a hard time for me streaming. Like it'll chop up and stop, and then just keep on going, that kind of thing. So, but I don't know.
So yes to the video. I think we should definitely do this, man. And I think the more we get the word out there, I think we'll get people in because the conversation is obviously invigorating, and and you add you add viz to that, and you got to win. So yes, send me the audio. I'd love to keep it because I know people still like to listen to the podcast, and we'll still do the podcast in its native form. And there was another thing I was going to say. Oh, yeah. The other thing was too Anchor. I'm considering moving platforms, but you and I can chat about that because there's other platforms out there that are a little better, and it's easy to actually. I say it's easy now, but it's apparently you can pull out the feed of your podcast and move the history into a new platform. So we'll figure it out. I got some ideas on that, so we'll talk offline about that. But
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
this has been good. But before
you're the podcast guy. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say you're the podcast guy. I'll handle the video and the lights, all that kind of stuff. Nice. You can handle the podcast. I
love it.
I'll follow you into the fire for that one. So.
Pressure. One thing I wanted to ask you so I got to keep things relatively short on my end today because, so I'll be honest, shopping. I got to go shopping, and my sister's detailing my car today. Sweet. That's a whole other topic for another time.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool having a sister like that. But my question was around the slash build. So your daughter ripped through that quick.
Super fast.
Yeah, so I imagine the interest level was on a graph was like going up, and now maybe it's plateaued a bit. She's still really up there, but how is she looking at it now? Is she still kind of giving you the urge to wrench on it a bit? Is she just wants to run it now? Yeah.
Yes and yes. So the weather's been kind of crappy around here. Well, actually, the weather got not too bad this last week, but it's been kind of sketchy. She was interested. Well, I think I posted a video or a picture of her taking apart the servo because she really wanted to do the servo repair, and she did that like all on her own. The only thing I did was plug it in for her. Hello, Jeff's family.
Hey, it's my wife. Can you see her?
No, can't see her.
She waved. She waved and ran.
You'll see on the live cast I have you cropped out, so it's like we're both sharing the screen. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, but then when
she'll be happy about that.
When you were talking, I was trying to do the videographer thing where I put you full screen and zoomed in on you to make.
Oh wow!
Because if you zoom in on someone, that makes it like they're trustworthy and all that.
But I could just do this.
I would not do that.
Well, that's a great angle, though.
I know.
I could have the camera below me too.
Yeah, I know.
That's the nose shot.
I know. I've got mine a little too high. I think. I don't know. I got to figure out where in all this real estate to put it. I have no idea, but we'll figure that out. But anyhow, so she's what happened? I blew a motor again in my slash. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that we run them in the water, like get them wet, and then I hose them off, and I lube.
Though.
I know, right? And then I lube it up after I hose them down, and they should be fine. Like, but it just seems like they keep on burning up, kind of a thing on my end. So, and then like my sons will lose the other thing is our racetrack has a little bit of sand in it, so that's probably getting into it and causing havoc. And we try to blow them out and all that kind of stuff. But so I blew a motor, and she wanted to replace it, so she did, which was cool. Oh, and that's so okay. So I was like. I put the new motor in and I was like, why is this thing like... Well, first off, I felt like I over-tightened it because it was like I'd hit the gas, let off the gas, and then it would like want to like stop the wheels, right? So like if I had things too tightened down.
It's like your slipper was too tight or maybe?
Yeah. So I went back, I backed everything out, and then I was going, and then I just stopped, right? And I could hear the motor like try to turn, and I just stopped. And I was like, really? This is a brand new motor. And so I took it off on the bench, and I loosened everything up to get the motor to swivel to make sure the mesh was right. And I was rotating the whole assembly, and I would like come to a stop point. It'd be like click and stop. And I was like, that's weird. But then when I disengaged the motor and I rolled the wheels, it was freewheeling, right? No problem. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I don't want to take this whole tranny apart. So I go upstairs. A couple hours later, I come back down like right before bed, and I look at it, and I kind of just go through real slow again. There was the smallest pebble in the spur gear.
Yeah. Wow.
The smallest pebble. And I was like, really? That's what was...
It found a perfect space, and it just wedged itself in there tight, right?
Yeah. And
wow, man.
Pretty crazy.
So funny, eh?
Hopefully I saved myself from that. But that was the other part of this Amazon purchase is I got... I figured because we run the slashes a lot, and we're running them on lipos, so the motors are going to burn up anyway, right? So because they're brushed motors. So I ended up getting... it's like... I don't think it's Injora, but it's like the cheap... China version of the 12 turn,
like a Ghoul RC.
That. I think it's Surpass is the one that I got. So it's like it's like the 12 turn 550 motor. They were $13.
Right. 5.5.
Yeah, right. So I was like, $13. Like that's worth gambling on it to see if it lasts. This. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had an Arma motor and a Titan motor from Traxxas last 3 runs and then poop out on me, and then I'd have to replace it. So, so it's like, well, if it's $13 and it lasts 5 runs, I'll take it.
Hey,
so
no, it doesn't owe you anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little plug for that company. Like I know there's a ton of those, at a Country Motors or wherever they are from sometimes. But the Ghoul RC, the worst name ever, in my opinion. Sorry, Ghoul RC, but
it's good for Halloween.
But yeah, it's like, are they green and purple motors?
Do you guys celebrate Halloween
out
up there
when they run? No, we haven't done that for centuries.
Really?
Yes, we celebrate it. Yes, we fully embrace it, man. I love Halloween. I'm bummed this year because I don't know what's going to happen, right? We've told our kids already not to be ready for an in-house sort of Easter egg hunt type Halloween.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, it's funny. Before I get into that, real quick, Ghoul RC, terrible name, great products. I bought a bunch of motors, brushless ESCs, and I've never had an issue. Even transmit and receiver.
Really?
Super cheap, and they've been great, man. So, I don't know. It's just my experience. Like you said, you could get a lemon anywhere.
Yeah, I've had a couple of the brushless ESC motor combos that I put in my Arma Granite.
Yeah.
Excuse me. They worked really well. I mean, I beat the crap out of that car, though. And I think I finally just blew up an ESC on that. But, I think that's, I think those are the way to go on some. Well, I mean, you can't beat it. For us, it's like, $30 USD or something like that.
Yep.
So Trail
we
Critter
do celebrate Halloween.
Sorry, Trail Critter must be a fellow countryman to you guys. He says, we Canadians say trick or treat, eh?
Much love. Much love for that.
There you go. Yeah. Now, so you'll see it because I can share the comments right on the screen. So now the comments on the screen.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Sometimes we'll just go up to the door and say, how about some candy, eh? How about some candy? Eh?
Nice.
Trick or treat, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen this year with that. I've heard mixed things. I heard people are going to go. And I don't really know, though, about my kids going up to every single door. I've seen some really neat ideas about like putting out a table with like little plastic cups with candy in it. You just take a cup. But
yeah, that's a lot
unless
of work.
You're monitoring that, man, Johnny 15-year-old and his buddies are going to come by and then you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm on the fence too because we love. So I think what we're gonna do. So Trail Critter says just east of Toronto, so he's close to you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like Scarborough area. Yeah, maybe half an hour. Yeah. What's up, man?
So,
buddy?
We used to go all out and do a big themed front yard and all that kind of stuff. Before the kids were around, I used to go real scary. And now I think what we're going to do, I really want to do a Halloween video for the taco trail.
Awesome.
I want to put we bought some stuff yesterday to put out there. I got a smoke machine, all that kind of thing. Whoa.
Right.
I was like, what am I looking at?
I think I flipped my camera around so you saw my junky shelves in front of me.
I just saw something little, nothing big. So,
all right. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, man.
RC Voodoo says he's taking all the cups. He's taking all your cups of candy.
All right, come on by, man. There'll be something special in them.
Anyhow, so I think I'm going to do a haunted taco trail.
That's awesome, buddy.
And then I'm going to do some FPV stuff, all that kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes.
That'd be awesome.
I really, really wanted to try to get. Okay, here's my pining to the RC. How do I say it? The RC people that run the show.
Like the gods?
That's
the industry.
The industry, yeah.
Okay.
I really wanted a gatekeeper. You saw my memes.
Oh man.
You saw my memes of sitting there. That was totally me.
Get
I
it
was
out there,
actually
buddy.
bummed for 3 days. I was like, I really want this. I really could have made something really cool with this. But I mean,
what do you mean you wanted it?
I want it first. I want it now.
Okay. Animal.
Yeah. No, I just, it's like I really want to do. I'd love to do that kind of thing. I really want to make a video with the gatekeeper for that haunted trail. I think that would be cool. I've got,
hey man,
I've got some. I showed them a little bit last year, and I probably should have thrown them up right now to sell, but I've got flat metal cutout zombies and little Jason figures that stake right down in the dirt. And nice. This year I got some glow in the dark paint. So I'm going to paint them all up, and we got a smoke machine for the backyard. It's going to be pretty sweet.
I can see a little slalom course between
Oh yeah.
Jason and the zombie. That'd be awesome, man. Kids would love that, buddy.
Oh, so I don't know if you saw at the beginning of this whole COVID thing, I was doing RC recess when we were teaching the kids at home. So we did which was the one we did? The Sonic, RC Sonic was really cool. We did and what we did there is we had balloons set up around the racetrack, and they had pins on the front of the crawler, and they would just run around and try to pop the balloons. And but they had it with the FPV. You had to look at the monitor, not look at the car. So
drone racing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So maybe we'll do the same thing, like an Easter egg hunt, but a zombie hunt. Maybe I'll have them get their candy that way. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you have 3 quals. And the one that loses doesn't get any candy.
I get to eat the candy in front of them.
Yeah. Should have practiced more.
I know.
Should have practiced more.
Yeah.
YouTube rolls are really good.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, that's awesome. All right, well, we got to stay posted on that, man. I'm gonna have to call it here.
All right.
Time of death. We'll stick on the Halloween time of death. I don't know, whatever.
Wow, we did about an hour. We did about an hour.
Well, it always happens, and then this was kind of like, I think it went really well. Like, kudos to you for all the work on this, man.
Thanks, brother.
A lot of setup, and it'll get better. So hopefully, the few viewers we had live, and the ones that see this after it was recorded, yeah, man. Hopefully, we get some more guys on here. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I guess here's the time to say,
all right,
do your plugs now for the O Canada RC podcast.
Yeah, man. So if you haven't checked it out, guys, Pablo and I do two episodes a week on O Canada RC, the podcast. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts. There's one more I can't remember. 7 platforms right now. Check out the live feed. I'm sure Pablo will be posting this live feed shortly. And follow my Instagram at OCanadaRC. I always post the updates there. Facebook at OCanadaRC, the updates and the links to new shows. Follow Pablo. You want to give your channel plugs there, buddy?
It's at RC_amigos. And so I'll post a clip of this, probably 15 minutes of it or so, on IGTV. So nice. That way people know to come. So right now we're doing it off of my YouTube. So we can do that wherever, however we want to do later. But so right now, if you go to RC Amigos YouTube, you can watch this live stream or watch it after the fact. So
awesome,
cool.
Yeah, man, you're the boss, buddy.
Dude, this was fun.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I mean, we'll get more eyeballs out there. People gotta see that we're doing it, and that you know what you're doing, and I'm just along for the ride. Hold on to the coattails. Woo! No. Go, Pablo!
No, this is total debauchery of live streaming. So next time I'm going to start taking shots of tequila before. The only bad thing is that it's very early here, so it's like, whatever.
Hey, man. We don't discriminate, buddy. No. Breakfast beer. There's a song. Hey, check it out. It's a good song.
Hey, you know what? The other thing is, go Hawks. We're gonna go for 5-0 today, so we'll see.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll fingers crossed for you, because I don't have a stake in the game. So
well, you guys play football up there. It's just a wider field.
Oh, that's a terrible game. Don't even mention that game. Wider field, bigger balls, more downs. It's like it might as well be called dodgeball. Like I don't even know what we're doing.
Right on.
All right, bro.
Well, hey guys, thanks RC Voodoo and Trail Critter for signing in. If anyone else signed in that I missed, thanks a lot for doing it, and thanks for the support.
All right, brother.
Cool, man.
Let me the audio, man.
Cool. Take it easy.
Take care, eh?
Yep.
Talk to you soon, bud.
Later.
All right, man. Later.